We'll give people a few minutes, I guess, to hop on. And then hopefully we will give some announcement concerning our services. Grace family, I am very eager to see you once again face to face. It's Thursday afternoon, and I wanted to give some bit of direction to you as far as in-person worship services. Our last time to be together was March the 8th. It's almost so long ago that I've forgotten what it's like. But March the 8th was our last time to be together, and since then, this Sunday will be 10 weeks that we have not been in church together. At Grace Baptist, we have tried to be prudent, and we've tried to be respectful of not only the people in charge civilly, meaning the president and his team, and also our governor and his team. But now we are beginning, hopefully, prayerfully, to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And so I have a few words of announcement in terms of what we'll do here at Grace Baptist in the next few weeks. So if you want to jot these notes down so that you will remember, I guess this will be Facebook Live, so you can go back and watch it again if you don't remember exactly what I say. But this Sunday will be May the 17th. This will be an online service. So just like we've done for the past 9 other Sundays, once again this Sunday will be online. So hopefully this will be our last time to be at home away from each other. And I encourage you, as this might be the last Sunday for this very unusual season in our lives, in the church's life, that you take full advantage to be with your family, to watch together, to pray together, to have a worship service there inside your home with your family. So May the 17th, which is a few days from now, we will have an online service. Okay, so an online service is the way that we'll do May the 17th. Now, mark your calendars. I'm happy to tell you that May the 24th and May the 31st, so the next 2 Sundays after this Sunday, May 24th, May 31st, we plan to resume in-person worship services on Sunday morning here at Grace Baptist. And all God's people said, amen. Yes, I am very eager to see you. I'm eager to shake your hands and hug your necks, but I'm going to refrain. On May the 24th and May the 31st, what we're going to do, a little different for Grace Baptist, because we've never done this, but of course the last 10 weeks we've never done anything like we're currently doing. So change is good. So on May 24th and May 31st, we'll have 2 services. Okay? Our sanctuary is quite full when everyone is here, and we don't want that to happen during this season. So what we'll do is we'll have 2 services. So there are a few things that need to be discussed about having the 2 services. Again, the 2 services will be May the 24th, May the 31st. After that, we will play it by ear. We're still looking to the federal government, the federal scientists and so forth, the state, what Tate Reeves, our governor, and so forth are saying. So beyond May the 31st, that's to be announced. But this Sunday, May the 17th, online service. May 24th, May 31st, we'll have 2 services. Okay, on May the 24th, we'll have a service at 8:30, and we'll have a service at 10:30. So we'll have 2 services. So you pick which service you want to come to. Now, I know that most of you are used to church being at 10:30. So what I'm going to ask is that Some of you sacrifice and come to the 8:30 service, and so we'll just split it up that way. So that'll be an 8:30 service and a 10:30 service. Now here's the reason we're putting the services 2 hours apart. It's not because I'm going to preach for 2 hours. I know you were really concerned about that. It's not that. The CDC, who's kind of leading and giving advice as to how to handle the relaunching of things like church, says that you need 10 minutes after the disinfectant time. So what will happen is we'll have a service at 8:30, and then after that we'll have to disinfect everything, and then once we get it disinfected, which takes about 30 minutes, then it'll be another 10 minutes before people can re-enter a building like ours. So that's the reason we're separating these services, 8:30 and 10:30. So on May the 24th, I just want to say this again for people who are kind of getting on right now. On May the 24th and May the 31st, we will meet in person. We'll have 2 services. One will be an 8:30 service. One will be a 10:30 service. It will be the same sermon. We will have the same music, okay? So it doesn't matter which service you attend, 8:30 or 10:30, you're going to get the same content, okay? So May 17th, online service. May 24th, May 31st, we will meet in person 2 different times. Don't come to both services, but 8:30 and 10:30, those are your choices on May the 24th and May the 31st. So when we get back together, and I will give more information on this when it gets closer to time, but there are a few things I want to run down with you because we still want to be prudent even though we're opening the doors and coming back in. So a few things. At the back door, and I'm going to ask that everyone use I say the back door because the pulpit's here and that's the back, but actually the front part of our church. When you come to our building on May the 24th and May the 31st, only use the front parking lot door. Only use it. We're going to keep everything else locked. The only part of our building that we're going to use on May the 24th and May the 31st is our sanctuary. And as you know, Grace members, there are bathrooms in our foyer. So this is literally the only space that we're going to use. This sanctuary here, the 2 bathrooms out front, and the 2 front doors. When you come in those front doors will be opened. When we stopped meeting, it was really cold. You remember that in 1st of March? Well, almost a season has gone by now, and it's warm. So we're going to have those back doors open, so you just come in. You will see people in the back, but there will be no shaking of hands. There will be no hugging of necks. I assure you that I would like to do both of those things as well, but we still want to be very respectful during this time. So when you come on the campus, use the front door. That's the parking lot, the front parking lot. Use that door only. Use those 2 bathrooms only. Don't let your kids wander through the church. There will not be any nursery or anything like that, so you'll be sitting with your family. At the back door, there will be hand sanitizer. That's for people who want to use the hand sanitizer. I suggest you all use it when you come in and you all use it when you walk out. Okay, so there will be hand sanitizer. As I said a moment ago, there will be no greeting time in our church. There will be, hey, how are you? Maybe you need to practice that before you come. Hey, how are you? Okay, no shaking hands, okay, and no hugging of necks, even though we all want to do that. As I said a moment ago, there'll be no nursery. When you come in, what we're going to do in the 8:30 service and in the 10:30 service is we're going to skip pews. So if you come in and there's someone sitting on, let's say, the back pew, because I know all of your hearts so well, there'll be somebody sitting on the back pew. We'll skip a pew and sit on the next one. Okay? And as always, the front is usually open, so you can come up front. So we will spread out. The main thing that you need to know is to spread out, okay? Your family can sit on a pew because y'all have been self-quarantined or you've been together during this period. So you sit on your pew, that's fine, but we're just going to put pews in between each other. Okay, that's the reason we're doing 2 services, so that we'll have plenty of space here in our sanctuary. Okay, so you'll skip these pews. The other thing is that Grace Baptist will not provide masks for you. If you feel like you need to wear a mask, by all means wear a mask. Okay, but we will not have masks here for you. If you don't want to wear a mask, then don't wear a mask. Okay, we're going to let everybody make their own decisions. I feel somewhat like a kindergarten teacher in saying this. Use hand sanitizer. If you cough, cover your mouth. If you sneeze, cover your mouth. But those are the things that we're going to have to make sure that we do. Okay? If you have any kind of cough, if you have any kind of body aches, like fever related, not body aches, but fever related, then we're recommending that you stay home. Okay? So if you're feeling weak, if you're having some sort of cough, if you're running fever, then you need to stay at home. Also, we have nurses and doctors that are part of our church, and other healthcare providers and so forth. If you have been exposed to COVID-19, we respectfully ask you to continue worshiping with us on Facebook Live, okay, for at least 14 days after you were in proximity to the person who had the coronavirus. All right, so if you have fever, if you don't feel good, if you're sick, the symptoms related to COVID, please stay at home. We would love to see you, and we will one day, but let's be respectful. If you have some of those symptoms, stay at home. If you haven't tested, that's okay, but if you have the symptoms, stay at home. Okay. So we will not provide the masks. For those of you who feel more comfortable with the mask, by all means, wear those masks. The main thing that I want to really lay on your mind and heart during this time is that you need to be respectful of each other. We need to be respectful of each other. That's what the church is. The church is a group that proclaims the gospel. The gospel says that we're all equal at the foot of the cross. We're all equal in sin, and we're all equal in salvation. So let's respect each other. If somebody comes into our sanctuary and they're wearing a mask, we're going to be respectful of them. If someone comes into our sanctuary and they're not wearing a mask, we're going to be respectful of them. So a few things that I'll say before we kind of wind this down here. I want you to share this. Text the people in our church. Make sure that everyone knows. I will try to do my best to text everybody in the church also, but this Facebook Live is probably the easiest way for everybody to hear the same announcement. So just kind of in closing here, if you feel sick, if you have a fever, you have had a fever, if you have a cough, if you have been in contact with coronavirus, COVID-19, please stay at home. We will see you one day in the future, okay? We love you. We haven't stopped loving you, but we don't want you to spread the love, if you know what I mean, all right? So continue watching Facebook Live, and when you finish your 14 days of quarantine and the symptoms go away, then we want you to be a part of our service. The other thing that I want to say to you is, if you are immune compromised, if you have some sort of immuno, I don't want to say deficiency, but if you have a weak immune system, please stay at home. June is coming, July is coming, August is coming. These months are coming, okay? We will all be back together again. We don't have to rush the church just because the doors are open. I know I want to, and I'm sure a lot of you do, but we still need to be prudent. So if you are running a fever, you're sick, you're in contact with somebody corona, stay at home. Join us on Facebook Live. If you have some kind of immunocompromised situation, please stay at home. Join us in Facebook Live. And then with the vulnerable population, these are not my words, okay? But the CDC, the Surgeon General, the task force, all of that has said 65 and older. Now, I would never say that you're vulnerable if you're 65 and older, but I'm not a medical doctor, okay? So I said that to a guy the other day, well, anybody over 65 is, and he said, what are you trying to say? And this guy's like 67. So here's the point. If you are in the vulnerable population, 65 and older, be wise. If you want to come, you don't have any immunodeficiency, then come. If you don't have any symptoms, then come. If you're over 65 and you say, I kind of want to let the dust settle a little more, then we respect that, okay? But it's time to get going again. It's time to slowly and prudently open our doors and work back into this, and so that's what we plan to do. So once again, if you're just joining, May the 17th, this Sunday, will be online. Okay, so Facebook Live, YouTube. I know that's where you guys are interfacing with us at this point. May the 24th and May the 31st, the next 2 Sundays, we will have 2 services, one at 8:30 and one at 10:30. Okay? And as the days go on, if you have questions about this, you can post your question there on Facebook. You can send me a private message. Most, if not all, of our members have my cell phone number, so be sure to send me a text if you have a question. Call me. The Lord knows I'd love to talk to you, so call me if you've got any questions whatsoever. If you have concerns, just stay at home. We respect you. We love you. We'll be back together again, okay? So again, any questions or any concerns, please reach out. Let us know. May the 17th online, May the 24th, May the 31st. We have 2 services, one at 8:30, one at 10:30. I love you guys bunches. I miss you like crazy. I'm eager to be back with you. It just hasn't been the same in an empty sanctuary. So I will see you very, very soon. God bless you. I love you.